This is super slick valve oil for brass instruments. It is a light viscosity valve oil, such as trumpets, euphoniums, and tubas that have top action piston valves. I'm going to show you how to use this to oil your trumpet valves. First, we're going to have to open up one of our valves. So I'm going to start with my first valve here, and I'm just going to untwist this lefty-loosey until it becomes loose and it actually comes all the way off. Then I'm going to slide my valve up like this and out. I'll set my trumpet down. And now you can see this is the valve inside. It's removed from the casing. The part that we're trying to oil is actually this section on the bottom, because this is what has to slide in and out of the casing to have smooth operation of the valve. So this is where the lubricant needs to go in the instrument. You'll also notice that the valves are labeled with numbers. For young players, beginners, I would not recommend removing all the valves at the same time. I would do this just one at a time. Oil one, put it back in, oil the next. Now we're going to get out our valve oil. Remove the cap, and we're just going to put a few drops on this outer section. Be careful, it comes out rather quickly. Okay, you're not going to need a lot. Go ahead and put a few drops on there, and now we're going to drop this back into the casing. And it should slide in pretty smoothly. There we go. See, it's pretty loose now. And that's what we want. Now, there is actually a valve guide in here, or this little plastic piece. On some instruments, it might be metal. And it's going to fit into a little groove in the casing. So what you're going to want to do is put it like this until it stops. And then you're just going to gently twist until you hear a little click. So let's listen. I'm going to do it one more time so you can hear and see. You'll see it drop. That means that the guide is aligned with the groove in the valve casing. Now I'm just going to run this backwards so that the threads have not caught at all. I'm going to make sure it's lined up just perfectly. And once you have the threads lined up, you're just going to tighten it down, just finger tight, just so it doesn't rattle. You don't want it super tight because you later are going to have to take it off to oil your valves again. Then once you get the valve back in, you're going to go ahead and work the valve up and down a little bit, just get the oil spread around in there. And you're going to repeat the process on the second and third valve as well.